3 words, please describe the style of work you guys always aim for.
Visual alchemy.
Digital innovators.
Pan-African cultural workers.
And that's all with the hyphen.
Yeah.
So I'm Adilson Oliveira. I was born in Bears Valley and have been based in Johannesburg my whole life. Before this collaboration, I was a solo artist, heavily focused on the notions of overturning the master narrative that existed and still does exist in Western art history. I call myself a conceptual satirist who functions only to make art with a punchline.
And I'm Mzoxolo ex Mayongo, the other half of MAGOLIDE Collective. I'm a Cape Town born, now based in Joburg, conceptual artist, scholar, and activist. My practice as an individual artist works with the conceptual ideas of the human condition, interrogating nuanced complexities and the disposition therein, more so exploring and articulating African identities, representation, histories, and landscapes in the broader sense. We as a collective are driven by concepts which inform the particular medium used at that point in time, building on a body of work. Obviously, it is always in the realm of intersection of traditional mediums with new age technologies, such as your painting, silk screen, or murals, overlaid with augmented reality or other digital interventions.
Yeah, so you ask why a collective. An example that we've always used to explain why we work as a collective is the idea that, say I'm a solo artist and I'm painting a landscape in my studio alone and I need to figure out if I need another tree in the landscape. It can take me weeks to arrive at a decision. In our collective, I ask Mzoxolo, should I put another tree? And I get an answer within 10 to 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. So we'll start with the...
Sometime last year, I came across a live studio recording of Kujenga performing a Hymn For Hani. To say the least, I was blown away by it and shortly contacted Zwide via Instagram expressing interest in putting our collective's visual expertise behind Kujenga's music.
And funny enough, we had been speaking about wanting to make a video, short film, or visualizer inspired and in collaboration with a local jazz piece. So with this particular song, it resonated with our sensibility of centering socially politically frameworks we often engage with in our work. It came in at the right time.
Yeah, so as far as I can recall, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was no creative brief because it was a collaboration rather than a commission. Zwide from the get-go trusted us fully creatively, but we still sat for a good amount of time over Zoom, WhatsApp, and phone calls discussing not only the visual components but the conceptual elements of the song, its political message, as well as the life and impact Chris Hani had and still has. Our approach was to have a consensus of what Chris Hani stood for and what his assassination meant to the trajectory of the socio-political landscape of South Africa. Essentially, it became a reflection, observation of what South Africa is right now.
It can be articulated as a sonic testament to the life and work and ideologies of Thembisile Chris Hani, a man who dedicated his life to the struggle, change and ideals of a future South Africa free from corruption, inequality and injustice. It was also a 30-year anniversary of his passing, and the coincidence of it also being Easter Monday, the day which Jesus Christ was believed to have been resurrected and ascended to heavens, was the cherry on top for both the song release and visualizer.
Yeah, and then number 7, did you guys end up with what you had intended at the start of the brief? Yeah.
We always let the process of making be the determining factor in the evolution of a project. Whatever the concept dictates, we listen and follow. If we end a project with what we initially conceived in the beginning of the project, that is a big problem, honestly. Because it means we were rigid in our thinking from the start to end, and we did not allow our knowledge around the concept to evolve and expand as the creative process informed us along the way.
So, building off of that, our first idea looked nothing like the final outcome, which is usually the case with all of our projects. However, the feeling of what we want the project to do never changes.